all of us here are good men that want good things. Like that's why you're here, right? That's why every man is here. That you want good things and you want to know how to have a phenomenal relationship forever, close, intimate, sexual, and you want to be proud of yourself. So to have, which all of us have been through that to come to this work, where, like I say, it feels like the bouncer of our life threw us out the back door and smashed our face into the brick wall. And we found ourselves, metaphorically bleeding on the ground out back. And what the hell happened? How did I get to this place? I thought I was a good man. So every one of us that's on here has been in that spot, I believe. And to forgive yourself of what?
Not being there. I mean, honestly, really, I wasn't. I mean, it was, I could see how selfish I was. It was all about me and what I wanted and not listening to her. She would, and I get it. It's kind of, a cliche where men say, well, she gives me the little piece and expects for me to see the picture. But when she's throwing you little pieces over time and you still don't paint the fucking picture, then you're not, then I just wasn't looking hard enough.
I appreciate your forthright, honesty. Like I totally hear you. I've been there. So I'm going to ask a dumb question, right? Are you the kind of guy that's just been amazingly perfect at everything the first time out and like everything in your life has worked out and you've never really had to try very hard. It's just all kind of fallen in place for you or
No, not really. But even in my younger years, in my 20s and my 30s, if something happened, I acted like it didn't matter, like I didn't care. And now it seems more like, that something, if anything happens, whether it's, in my job or in my relationship or with my children, it seems to hit a little bit harder.
would you say you had like a shield of I don't care and
Yeah.
now
And I'm
you're
afraid I'm getting back to that and I don't like it.
okay. So what's different than a shield? What do you want to be like? What do you want to act like?
Thing. I really just want to be me, but I also want her to accept me. I know she loves me. I know my children love me, but at the same time, it's almost like I have this shield up so I don't get hurt again. But I also understand that I'm the one that caused that hurt. So why am I shielding myself from something that I had caused?
Right, right. I hear what you're saying. I mean, David Data talks about it's better to live with an open, wounded heart than it is to shield ourselves. It feels like a catch 22 to love and be open to being potentially hurt.
How can you love someone and guard yourself at the same time?
You can't.
It's impossible.
That's right. So then what? Because let's call that truth, right? What's the next step?
Just let go of the let go of the hurt that I've caused and live with it. Pray for the best because I mean my wife tells me every day that she loves me.
Okay, so there's you, there's her, and there's the relationship, right?
Hmm.
And so within your own self, if you aren't able to forgive yourself for not being perfect, for making mistakes, for stumbling along the way, for being selfish, whatever we want to label it, which by the way, I didn't fucking pop out of the womb knowing how to do this stuff, guys. Okay. We have to learn this and we don't have tribe to learn this from now. So this is our tribe. That's why you're here. So if I turned and I talked to that part of you that is ashamed, my word, it's a shame that you were kind of a dick in the past, that feels bad that you hurt her. If I turn and ask that part of you, what would it take for that piece of you to forgive itself? What would he say?
I mean that's probably one of the biggest struggles I have, is learning to forgive myself. And I really don't know how. I really do not know how to reach that point.
That's the question. If I may, I would fucking write that down and I'd be looking at that question every day. When I was driving to work, I'd be thinking about that for 5 minutes. When I was meditating or taking a walk and looking at the trees or looking at the clouds, I'd be asking myself that question and listen to what comes up. Because the first thing that's going to come up is usually, well, I'm not going to, right? And then
Mm.
the second thing is, well, basically, I need to punish myself till the end of time because I showed up in a way where I'm ashamed of it. So we stop ourselves at the gateway of, let's say, hell and just bash our face into the door. And instead of, okay, how do I walk through this? Meaning, well, what am I ashamed of? Okay. Can I look back and have compassion for the man that I was? If everything we did was right, we would never know what was wrong. And we're not here to be perfect. We're here to grow, and mistakes or what others call experience. And so
Right.
it's our relationship with failure. That's why I asked if everything just happened out perfectly in your life. I assume the answer is no. It has fucking hasn't for me. I don't know if anybody that it has. I mean, and if it has, shit's gonna go wrong sometime. Shit's
Right.
going to go wrong sometime. So what's our relationship with failure or experience? What's our story? So that's the next thing. If we're just bashing our head into the door, not able to forgive ourselves, that bleeds off into other areas of life, kind of like, fuck, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like shit. I'm not really doing whatever. That's because how are we going to go achieve if we've got this 1,000-pound anchor of not forgiving ourselves around our ankle? That doesn't mean you forget. Doesn't mean you don't strive and change and do things new as you've learned. But if we've always got that anchor around our ankle, we almost feel like we don't deserve to go for feeling good or feeling like we're striving.